This is my dad, and he's challenged me to a karting battle. You see, the last time he was on a racetrack was when we did racing school together. For me, it led to an unintended professional racing career, and for him, well... All jokes aside, my dad was about 6 seconds off my pace then,
which comes out to about 5.8%. So today's challenge is for him to get lower than that 6%, but in a go-kart. And this is not the easiest of tracks. It's a parking lot track, but it's actually quite technical and complex. In theory, you know everything to put in a fast lap time, but whether or not you can actually do it is to be seen. So
it'll be a challenge. We'll see. I think I can do it.
All right, well, let's find out. Now, one of the things from having a karting course is that I've discovered that you can give the information to somebody, but whether or not they can actually implement it is a completely other story. For example, I've had race engineers who know way more about driving than I do, but then when I actually go take them rental karting, they can be sometimes 6, 7, 8 seconds off. And that's just purely because they can't put that knowledge into action. That just takes practice, it takes time, and maybe even a little bit of talent. So let's find out if my dad has said talent. I have a feeling I got most of it from my mom. All right, here we go. Let's see if my dad can keep up. I'm gonna let Suleiman, who's a YouTube subscriber, around, and he's gonna show me the line first. See if I can keep up with him. I don't remember this track. I've been here years ago in a road tax, but I honestly, I don't remember any of this.
Meanwhile, my dad was learning this track for the very first time, and it's safe to say he was struggling a little bit. The main thing I'm noticing watching his onboard is his eye placement, and this is typical for someone who doesn't know which way they're going. But the key to unlocking lap time is to look as far ahead through the corner as possible. But this can only be done when you know the track like the back of your hand.
All right, this looks like a brake zone maybe. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of braking in these karts. They feel pretty decent, they got power. 20 front end, I mean, this is gonna be a little bit of fun.
With a little bit of time, you could see the confidence level in my dad's driving was certainly improving, but maybe a little bit too fast. Now, I didn't even know this happened at the time, but I certainly saw the aftermath of it the next lap.
Are they moving that chicane? I feel like it's changing every lap. Oh, way too deep. Where's the at apex go? Wonder how my dad's getting on. I haven't seen him in a while. Oh! Smooth is fast on a track like this. We don't want to lose any horsepower.
Now, comparing my dad's laps side by side with mine, you can see that the major difference early in this session is that he's just not utilizing all of the track. He's keeping his lines very tight, and I kind of understand because he just doesn't necessarily know where he's going just yet. Also, the minimum speed he's carrying through the corner isn't really enough to utilize all of the track, so he's really going to have to build up his confidence more than anything in order to get within 6% of my lap time. But fast forwarding to the end of the lap, and honestly, his line isn't too dissimilar to mine. In fact, I actually might prefer his race line right now to mine, so I'm going to have to turn up the heat a little bit.
If you want to get faster in rental karting, you can use the code on screen for a massive discount on the karting handbook, a 30+ video lesson series I created to help you guys get faster in rental karting. Our students have been loving it already, and I'm so glad so many of you guys have been able to improve your lap times. In the couple of months the course has been out, bit understeer, we're in the downhill part. Looks like we're gonna lap my dad soon. But remember, my dad needs to be within 6% of my lap time. Smooth hands, you gotta open up the wheel on power so you don't lose any torque. Keep those RPMs up. I don't think he even knows I'm here. I think we really caught him by surprise there. Use all the track width. I could definitely carry more minimum speed through there and not have too much of a penalty. Trying to lean to the outside a little bit, pick up that inside rear wheel, and reduces the understeer through the corner. Very counterintuitive to how race cars are set up. You typically want to keep the weight on the inside. But in karts, it's not really the case because you've got a solid rear axle. Ooh, that was bad. Oh, and checker flag. My dad missed the pit entry. Oh, what a rookie. Okay, first session done. I'm curious how far off he was. We haven't seen the lap times yet, but I want to get my dad's initial impression.
It was terrible. I mean, helmet didn't fit, so it shook. My headstock fell over my eyes.
The racing driver excuses.
And so then, of course, they left me, so I didn't know the line or the track, and so I spun out and slammed into a wall. So we'll see what happens.
Nice.
It was fun, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of top end. Like, they're not slow on the straights, are they?
No, they're actually pretty quick.
Let's check out these lap times and then see how much more you need to improve by for session 2. So we've just got the lap times. I did a 51.0. My dad did a 57.0. So that puts him 10.5% off. So the gap has, at the moment, increased, but I'm going to give you one more session to finally get, well, you need to improve like 2 seconds, probably.
I can do it. Trust me, I can do it.
All right. But you better hope I don't improve too. Alright, I'm gonna battle Solomon here. Lots of traffic.
As much as I should be focused on lap time here, I'm having so much fun battling with Solomon, and all this additional lap traffic is really throwing a wrench in the mix.
We're gonna get Sendy.
Now, forgive me because I say this all the time in my videos, but I genuinely find it so much harder to deal with novice traffic than experienced traffic because I just can't predict what they're about to do, and honestly, I find myself being a lot more timid around these kind of drivers than pros.
Oh, it's really hard to predict if these guys are quick or not, or if they're going to be predictable on these overtakes. So I want to be careful. We're on the outside. Okay. I love how I'm just battling out here, having the race of my life, and my dad's just off on his own, trying to learn the track, trying to get any bit of lap time he can. Oh, that was deep. Oh, I went way too deep. That was my mistake. Oh. All right, back on attack mode.
While I was focused on a pointless battle, my dad was actually doing something really smart. He was starting to run into some arrive and drive traffic, which was really distracting him from running his own race. So instead of battling them pointlessly, he actually backed off, sacrificed a lap so that he could get clear track for the rest of the session. As a strategy play, this could be huge for him.
You don't really have big brake zones here, so you really have to send it on entries in order to make that pass done.
Meanwhile, I was still right on Solomon's bumper, wasting precious time I could be spending on my quali lap.
It's gonna keep the pressure on him.
Now, the thing I'm struggling with is that this track doesn't require a lot of braking, so I either need to slipstream right past him, which is hard to do in high-speed chicanes like this, or I'm gonna have to throw him off guard, make him make a mistake, or go for some kind of switchback move. If it's gonna happen anywhere, it's gonna happen in the middle sector.
Whoa, he went in real deep there. Gonna go for the exit on the switchback. Boom. Oh, wow. Okay. He's going for the switchback too. I'm lifting so that he can't go for the switchback on me or the cutback on the inside. Boom. All right, we've got the corner.
And now with a bit of clear track, it was time to start the fine-tuning.
Oh, a lot more rotation there. I think that was nice. Oh, I almost messed up there. Big time. I gotta go for a lap. It's gonna make it real hard on my dad.
Looking at this onboard retrospectively, you can see some big improvements in my dad's driving. The number one thing is vision, like I mentioned before. You can tell he's actually looking ahead and he's looking through the corners as he's going through them, meaning he actually knows where he's going, first of all, and two, he has the brain capacity to really push through the corners.
I can tell by the rate I'm catching up to my dad that he's definitely doing better. But has he done enough? Oh, and here we go. Now the live timing will tell us if my dad successfully completed this challenge.
So I have the results here. You have improved.
Yeah.
And you've improved by quite a bit. You've improved to a 55.40, I think that says. which means you've improved by 1.6 seconds.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, I also improved by about 0.4 of a second. So unfortunately, you have not made the 6%.
I know. I failed.
And you lost
Definitely
your glasses
failed.
during that session
And I
too,
lost my
so
glasses.
that's not fun.
Yeah, but that's what dads do.
Well, I think I need to give you access to the karting handbook.
Yes.
And that would
yes.
probably help you a whole lot.
All right, so we'll come back after I do the karting handbook, and my goal is to be within 2 seconds.
2 seconds of me. That's a deal.
Okay,
Let's do it.
good job.
See you guys in the next one.